preparándote, ¿te estás preparando para Islam Makhachev?
Yo me estoy preparando para Islam Makhachev. Todos mis entrenamientos realmente están enfocados para Islam o para Charles, porque no veo ningún otro contrincante. Así que tengo esos dos nombres en mente. Ninguno de los dos parece atreverse. Luego tienen como frases que hacen suyas de que un campeón pelea con el que le digan y tal y cual. Y después de que no quiero pelear con él porque es pequeño, luego cambio de categoría y digo, bueno, soy pequeño, ahora estoy en categoría, luego que no he ganado lo suficiente. Bueno, son síntomas de miedo, todos lo sabemos, pero es normal, yo también tendría miedo.
So again, to me, it all comes down seeking the title. If it's not Islam, maybe BMF. You know, there's a lot of talk about Poirier fighting somebody else, Islam going up. I don't know. I can't concern myself with all these things. All I got to do is prepare myself and be ready when it comes to time.
One other name I wanted to ask you about, because it seemed like some people thought maybe it would be you and Arman Sarukian in a rematch. You fought at UFC 300. Is that a fight that interests you? Would you like to get that one back?
Teve já pessoal mencionando o Arman, que você lutou na UFC 300. Você teria interesse de revisitar essa luta, não?
Não, nesse momento não, foi como eu te falei, respeito muito, é um grande lutador, mas eu tô em busca de um título, então não adianta a gente querer fazer uma luta que não seja pelo título.
Right. I understand that, but not at this time. Like I said, you know, I respect him. I respect his style, his fighting, but right now I'm seeking the title. That's the fight that I want. I want to fight for the title. That's it.
If you're asking me today who I think the toughest matchup for Belal is right now, I do think it is Sean Brady,
Really?
right? I think because I think that's sort of a matchup there.
I think
But,
it's easy money for Belal.
so who do you think? Go ahead. Who do you think's the
think's
toughest matchup at
hardest,
welterweight for Belal? Ian Gary?
I don't know if he is, but I hope he is Carlos Prates. I want to see Carlos Prates
fair,
fighting
that's
for
fair.
the belt because he's a fucking monster and he smokes cigarettes. What's better than this, man?
I love it. You know what's so funny? So I believe Carlos Prates fought Charlie Radke.
Yes.
And then he went over and talked some shit to Bilal in the corner right there, you know. And Bilal is just like, you know, whatever it is. But no, it's really interesting to see what is going to happen there. But you know, but as you, Hanato, I remember being in your kitchen before you were ready to fight Benoit Saint-Denis, and you can be sure that man was on your mind until you know, bludgeoned him, right? So Bilal's thinking about Jack Della Maddalena every day and how he's going to sort of operate to beat him.
We had one of the most decorated heavyweight champions in MMA history, the great Cain Velasquez, on the program, and I asked him about the fight, and I thought his breakdown was interesting, and it kind of went viral. Can I play it for you and get your response to what he said?
Yeah, of course, no problem.
Here's the great Cain Velasquez speaking about a potential fight between Tom Aspinall and John Jones.
So me just watching him, I kind of see his pattern a little bit, and his striking, the way he comes in and strikes. I think John sees it too.
Okay.
So I think with that, just because again, John's he studies, man. He does his homework. You know, he's a master at this. He analyzes things. He studies you over and over again. I think just for that reason, he's gonna know what to do. So I don't think he beats John. No.
Your reaction to Cain's analysis?
I would never react negatively towards Cain. He's one of my favourite fighters ever. I mean, the fact that he knows that I exist and he's watched my fights is pretty cool to me. Yeah, I mean, listen, he's an MMA expert himself. If he thinks that, that's fine. And you know what? I'm not really hung up on what people think. You know, this is MMA. This is the highest level of MMA in the heavyweight division. Obviously, the opinions are going to be split, and that's absolutely fine. Like, I respect his opinion.
His note about the patterns, what did you make of that?
Everyone's got a pattern. Everyone's got a pattern, but I think that talking about a guy whose average fight time is 2 minutes and 2 seconds in the UFC, the shortest average fight time ever. If you can pick up patterns from that, you're pretty good, man. You're pretty good.
Good John Jones story that nobody knows, because I was cornering him for that fight, his last fight against Stipe, and we found out that Trump was going to be there, and for probably a solid 15 to 20 minutes, while he was warming up, like 15 to 20 minutes, he's getting ready to go out to fight for the belt. Probably 20 minutes of that warm up was him just practicing the mechanics on how to do the Trump dance right. We looked it up, we YouTubed it, and he was practicing the Trump dance in the locker room, getting ready to
Savage.
do it.
How confident are you of victory when you're already practicing your victory dance?
Pretty confident. Pretty confident.
And the best is we were all for it. We're like, no, the hands got to be a little bit higher, a little bit lower. So we were coaching him through it as he was doing it.
Oh, I was laughing so
how did
hard.
that fight end? I forget.
Spinning.
This is the quote. We have it there as well. When Magomed pushed him to the fence near our corner, it seemed to me that Pereira was greased with something. Ankalaev said afterwards that he smelled like he had ointment and was sticky. The sweat didn't flow off his body. It gelled up. That's what it looks like on his body too. And then he also, the interviewer says that Glover Teixeira is really experienced in this kind of stuff, which is a crazy accusation in its own right. And so have you seen this? And if so, what is your response to this accusation?
O professor dele depois falou numa entrevista que o Ankalaev estava empurrando você contra a grade, não estava conseguindo te puxar, porque parecia que ele estava saboado, né? Estava com óleo. Falou que os brasileiros são muito experientes em fazer isso aí, de passar antes e depois já fica saindo durante a luta. E falou que o Glover é muito experiente em fazer essas coisas também. Você viu essas acusações? O que você diz sobre essas acusações?
Eu vi os comentários, né? Mas o que eu posso falar é que não passei nada no meu corpo. Eu acho que isso é uma forma de... É o treinador dele, né? O treinador dele tá arrumando desculpa. Talvez não tenha feito um trabalho bem feito, porque tentou me quedar 12 vezes e eu defendi, né? E por mais que as pessoas falam, né, da minha luta agarrada, que eu ia pro chão com facilidade, então eu acho que isso frustrou eles e principalmente o treinador dele. Então isso é uma desculpa de estar querendo garantir o trabalho dele, né? Ou, sei lá, quando você faz alguma coisa de errado, não tem um bom resultado, fica ali, pô, não tô dando um lucro para a empresa, tá, vamos mandar embora. Eu acho que é algo do tipo, porque sinceramente eu não passei nada no meu corpo.
Absolutely didn't put nothing in my body. The way that his coach is putting on this sounds for me that he's trying to make an excuse, looking for an excuse to justify the fact that he trained a guy to take me down, but the guy got stuffed 12 of his takedown attempts. It's almost like you're in a company, you mess up, you didn't do what you're supposed to do, and then you're trying to make excuses to justify that. Absolutely not nothing.
Now, like I said, I've got 2 fights on the contract. I'm in negotiations. Last week, something happened to me. I went to the White House, and my country is in my, my heart bleeds for my country right now. So there's a lot of stuff going on back home. I'm happy with what I've done. There's something else for me that's in my gut right now, and that's kind of where I'm going. So we'll see. Greatness don't rush. Also, greatness does not rush. There was an opportunity or a deal, we'll say, to fight in Alcatraz only recent, and they came to me, and it wasn't my worth. I hold every pay-per-view record in the book. I hold every gate record in the book, and my comeback will be slated as the greatest comeback or the biggest, most anticipated comeback of all time. So it has to be right. And right now, Ireland is in my thoughts, and that's where I'm at. It will happen, I'm sure, and it's always great to be here. And there you go.
Thanks. 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 Thanks.
50 million? Nah. Make it 40.